Good morning.
Hello.
Truck is parked up there. The track is down that valley.
ここはでもきっちりドリフトして一回ちょっと縦気味にまっすぐしても OK でます。
Alright, this is my attempt at an intro today. Super rush morning. We could like unload the cars here actually and then drive them over, and then I had to park the truck like almost a kilometer away up the hill. And yeah, just been a frantic morning. Not much space at this circuit, so it's a bit stressful. Layout is the same as yesterday's practice. They want us to, for the first time, well, for me anyway, D1 Divisional, we're coming down a main straight to a left corner, and the first zone is actually on the left side of the main straight, so we have to do like a big feint entry, or you know, whatever you want to call it, out from the left side of the track, and then we have to dive out to the outer zone of turn 1. I don't think there's any real zone on the next transition going right, but then when we go left again, there's an outer zone out on the dirt wall, not all the way out actually, and they want our bumpers in the boxes. So if you go like tire in a box, or you like really playing with fire with getting a course out, which you lose like a whole point for, so actually maybe more. And the scores for the judging here, they're always like 97.5, 97.6, 97.7, so to lose a whole point is a big risk. So ideally just get a bumper in the boxes, don't do any dumb mistakes that cost you big points, but yeah, and be as aggressive as much throttle as possible. We're on 08Rs today. I was on 08Cs yesterday. Even yesterday I thought I might have had a bit too much grip really. I had those tyres at 1 bar, 15 pound, and the 08Rs today, I've got started them on 2 bar, well 30 pound, just to see what I'm thinking. There's too much grip, and then it's going to be really hard to get to that outer zone. And also I'm a bit worried about chasing some of the guys here on Kenders. And you know, if they come in and they're a bit slow, then it's going to be really hard for me to chase them. So I'll try to get a little touch slipperier than yesterday, just to get a little bit of a feel for that and see what I think. Somehow it feels hotter than yesterday. It's crazy. It's it's probably barely 9:30 a.m. and I think I've drank about I've had 2 liters of water already, and I am dying for more. This is pretty wild. And you know, this car generates a ton of exhaust heat, and the exhaust is going right next to me through the tunnel and next to my legs. Alright, first run. over boosting. Alright, that's the problem. Alright, second run, water temp's higher. We got 2 laps and I haven't yet done 1 lap. Okay, so I got Omar to have a look at the log, and we're actually just touching the boost cut, and I didn't know, but so when I hit the fuel pressure safety or the oil pressure safety, when it hits the oil pressure or the fuel pressure safety, I actually get a 4,500 RPM rev cut. The boost cut, it won't do that. It'll actually just hit the same cut, but allow me to keep going. So that's exactly what was happening. We just dropped the boost down a little bit, so we should be good to go. So I need to really commit because we'll probably get 2 practice runs again. I think we're still hitting it, so we probably have a wastegate problem. That's really unfortunate. I'm not going to be able to fix that in time. Alright. I'm gonna have to try and expect it, so. But I really need to practice because I don't think I'm doing that good right now. So, turn this off. Had a bit of a look at the wastegate lines. Nothing looked horrible. Started pulling a few apart and I found a melted T-piece and it had melted close to the bottom of the front gate. So it makes, my first thought was that it wasn't mechanical because usually if like a gate lines come off it just snaps straight to boost, but I guess because I have 2 wastegates, the other one was working and trying to control it but just running away high RPM. So drilled out that T-piece, it's in very bad shape. Yeah, it's in pretty bad shape. Got some dodgy business going on with it to keep it circular, but I drilled through it, gave it some support. They're back on. This is straight to qualifying now, so I don't get any more practice runs, so I just need to, I gotta do that. I'll have a quick look at the boost on the straight, but I can't worry about it too much because I need to get my visual points right. And yeah, I'll have a quick look down, make sure, because I was seeing about 1.2 bar, which is too much for this, the way the car's tuned. So I'll have a quick look. If all looks good in like third gear, then I'll just grab fourth and keep going. I really got to get out to that boxes. And they said this time they want the bumper in the box. If you go tire, you're riding a real fine line to actually, doing a course out, which you lose a lot of points for. So we don't want that. So note to self, bumper in the boxes, lots of throttle, and looks like they want us to drift the next 2 corners or so. So I'm just going to drift that. It felt better, just that little warm up, and it already felt more smooth. Felt a little spiky, peaky before. Alright, I've got to be way more committed through the middle, more everywhere. Get that out of the way. Oh, car's better. Thank God.
さあついて
アンドリュー選手
早いいいおおまあまあ遠いちょっと遠い外したけどまあまあいい
なんか期待が持てそうな。
いや今のいいな。
Alright, second qualify run. I need to be more committed than the last one. Car's good. I just have to drive it. That's what we're here for. So hot. You got it. Deep in that pocket, lots of throttle, snap. A little too much handbrake on the entry, but I wasn't deep enough, so I wanted to make sure. I'm getting used to that weight R grip. Hopefully we get 3. I think last time here we had 3. I'll have that down.
さあデータアンドリュー選手、先ほどは勢いのいい走りをしてましたが、さあいい角度、飛んでくる感じがいいな。そうですね。はい。これちょっと
多いよ。ちょっと浅くなった。いけた。
外側ギリ。
じゃあまあ
伸ばしましたね。
Alright, good news. We're getting the third run. So I reckon we just amp it up even more than last time, because that was good, but it needs a little more. We got it. Pretty happy with that. Woo! Cooking! Get me the fuck out of this car.
これじゃきついと。さ
さあ、アンドリュー選手。
おいいよ。取れたか。取れた。ああ、これも突き抜ける。ああ、いけた。
ギリいけた。
ちょっと4コーナーに対しては手前目だったけど。
I reckon it's 50 in here.
But then it still feels colder than like the day sun.
Feels like 48 with this. It's nice. 2-degree chill. Car works. Like I'm on the phone. Wash my arms.
It's not muddy, it's just ice.
First the only two practice sessions, 2 laps each. We're getting a hitting the boost cut in the car. So I thought that the always tripped the safety at 4,500, but for the boost cut it just hits a safety and comes back again. We turned the boost down actually after the first session because it was only just touching the safety, but then second session it was the same. So checked all the wastegate lines, they looked fine, but then I started pulling them apart and one of the T's for the twin gates, it's a plastic one, it had fully melted closed, like no air gap at all. I think I took a photo of it to show someone, but drilled it out, it was a bit broken, we put some weird rubber support in it off an electrical connector, and it's working. So I went out for qualifying with 0 laps in. First lap wasn't very well, actually looking back they were all okay. I thought my last run was better, but I did miss the second zone a little bit, but it looks like a lot of people are, or not making the rest of the track anyway. So for this qualifying we just need to be top 32 or better, and then we have a second qualifying and that's where I need to be very good. So to be figuring out in that last session is ideal, because even if you get first place there, it doesn't actually matter. This next qualifying session does. So it cuts it from like 60 something, 70 something cars down to 32, and then that's the important qualifying. So hopefully we make that top 32 and then we can get more laps in so I can get a bit better. And yeah, it's hard, but battling summer, and yeah, I've probably like the closest I felt to ever passing out just before getting out of the car. So trying to stay cool. We got drinks, we got a fan, but yeah, it's pretty tough. And that last time we were like working on the car between the whole session, and then there was just straight back out to that session, no rest, no waters. So yeah, just waiting for results now, and hopefully make that top 32 bracket, and then we can qualify again. Hopefully get into the top 16. Results are up and I got 5th place, so that's a really good result. Surprised, to be honest, but it doesn't mean heaps because we still have to qualify again. So now it's top 32 and they're going to cut that down to 16, so I need to do that again, but I think I can do better than that anyway. I don't think that was my best driving, but yeah, we got to make sure we kill in the car so it doesn't turn off, and otherwise good to go.
データですね。
あ、なんかだこう回転が
なんかおかしい。
あ、シフトミス？
いや、
そうですね。ちょっとロータリー分かりにくいけど、ちょっと。
さあ、アンドル。
走れるじゃん。あ、ゴーンが際どい。アウトな気がする。走りはいい。走りはいいけど、アウトかな。
We get 3 for this as well, but I'm not sure I have the fuel for it. I think I got lucky on that last one. I need to just drive the car. I'm not thinking about it. I am, but try not to.
ちょっと緩いけど角度はある。おい、速い。返し自体はサイドだけど、戻った。
あれ、
戻った。
嘘でしょ。
はい。
Back on the track after that second round of qualifying, so obviously not good. First run straight to fuel surge. Tried to lift a little on the second run on the main straight just to give it, I don't know, my thought process was to give it some kind of fuel, take the pressure off the hanger, and by some miracle it worked. I got a lap in, but yeah, mine was not about driving. I was just trying to make it survive a lap. Missed that first outer zone. Yeah, not a great run. Third run, I thought, okay, I can make this work. Drove better, but then right at the end of the run on that left, fuel surge again. And even though that's actually the last corner, they wanted us today, they said in the drivers' meeting, to just drive around that next right corner just to sort of make a stronger finish. I was well and truly on the limp mode, even exiting that left-hander, but I was just trying everything I could to keep it going. And I couldn't make it around, so I'm assuming I got heavily deducted for that because I didn't really complete the run. The rest of it I was happy with. I think that would have got me through. I ended up with 18th, even with the mistakes and everything. So 2 out of the top 16. It's very close, but yeah, this fuel surge stuff it's got to stop, because right now, even it was surging and the car has no less than 50 litres in it. Like it's far from being run low. And you know, for this being a radium $1,000 hanger, I'd expect a lot more than that. That's my old setup with the little flap door and single pump was, I'd say, better than this. So yeah, that's very annoying, but negative stuff out of the way. Car as a whole is unreal. I'm so happy with it. I can actually drive it. I got really good feedback through the wheel. When I'm not thinking about all this other surge crap going on, I had a blast driving it. It was really, really fun. And you know, that 5th qualifier result is super promising, because I think out of all the divisionals I've done, I think the YZ is probably the most competitive driving wise. And to get the 5th qualifier here, there's a bunch of local guys that drive here a lot, and this is the only divisional that they do. gave me a lot of confidence, to be honest, going into that second round. But with all the other stuff going on, couldn't quite get there. But it's a nice position to be at with the car as a whole, because it's taken, coming back to these companies that have sold all these angle kits for these cars. I've been through them. I've been so picky with them, and now I'm onto another company that's making another product I'm having to develop and fix, and that's getting pretty old. So having the different car to everyone it's hard. Not because people say because it's a short chassis it's hard to drive, whatever. I don't think that's it. I think it's the lack of support. I think it's these unique problems that you need to find solutions for. So, but I think that 5th qualifier shows a lot of promise at this place. Well, it's just got to get this surge sorted, and yeah, I mean, I think at this point we've qualified well at all of them. So we've made leaps and bounds, is what I'm saying. Long story short, leaps and bounds from where the car's been. Super happy with it. We just got to make it stop turning off.
Yeah. Radium, I have a bone to pick with you.
Yeah, fucking oath I do.
You described yourself as a guinea pig.
I mean,
You've tested everything at your own.
I don't know of another angle kit that I haven't tried for this car.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I was picky, because now it's what it should have been from day one. All these companies, and they tell me that I'm the problem and whatever, but like, results speak for itself. Like,
that sounds toxic. You're the problem.
Well, that's what they've told me. It's like, oh, we've had so and so drive it. It's like, well, maybe they can't drive for shit. So,
Maybe they're
I think to remember is that like most of the cars here, they're on very grippy tires. Like, just because your fun weekend drift car on cheap tires, it works on that, does not mean it's going to work on this. The forces are way higher. Like, the entries for D1 Divisional, like what you're required to do is super snappy, and like that snap puts a lot of stress on stuff. So yeah, some of the parts may work for other people, but I've tried them, tested them, they don't. This works, that filter setup is not working. I will contact them about it and see if maybe there's something wrong with it, but as of right now, it's got 2 brand new pumps, 2 brand new stainless mesh filters, wiring's good. It's got a brand new Mazda filter as well to the engine. Like, there's no, as of right now, it can't actually get any better. So we'll see what they say about it. But if they think it's all how it should be, then we have to change it because it doesn't work.
Yeah, otherwise we'd have to bring like 5 jerry cans of that.
Yeah, so
Japan is really annoying because a lot of people
Yeah.
at service stations, they say they can't do it, and the SAMI who do it, you have to fill out paperwork
yeah.
to make sure. There's a whole legal thing
Yeah.
where, I don't know.
The obvious solution is to obviously put fuel in the car,
Yeah.
but it's logistically hard. We have to fill up. Okay, let's we'll run through it. So this morning I did my first session, 2 practice laps. I didn't even drift. I drove around the track. So I did that. Second practice session, exact same thing. Drove around twice, straight to the pits. I did 3 qualifying laps where I was driving normally, and then the next session out, I need fuel. So like that's, how many is that? 2, 4, 3, 7. That's 7 laps, and it needs fuel. Like that's. And it has over 70 litres in it. That's not good enough. If you spend that sort of money on a hanger, you should be able to run to that thing, I think, generously under 10 litres, and it should be fine. So, and yeah, we can't just bring infinite jerry cans with us. We have space limitations. We have, that would take over an hour to fill like 4 jerry cans at the gas station here. So we got to make something work with it, and if they think that this is nothing wrong with it, then it's just got to come out. It's not working.
It's the shades on at night.
Oh yeah. What was that?
Yeah. I don't know, either 40 or like, yeah, it was a good one. I don't know, it was either
Sports.
13 or 14. I just saw like the, yeah, same.